So here's what's happening in the sky in February. In the eastern sky, starting about 9 o'clock, you can see the planet Jupiter. It's the brightest thing in the sky. Can't miss it. It's the only planet now visible in the early evening. We haven't had any for a while. But the real action comes in the early morning. Now, as the night goes on, Jupiter comes up higher in the sky. It's a beautiful object through telescopes, and these are recent images taken by an amateur astronomer, showing the kinds of details you can see. In the early morning, we mentioned the lineup of planets. Jupiter has moved to the southwest by just before dawn. Mars is up in the south. Saturn is up in the southeast. And as dawn progresses, you'll see Venus and the planet Mercury. And just the other really interesting planet through a telescope right now is Mars. Now, Mars is still pretty tiny. It's 3 times as far away as it will be when it's closest to the Earth in May later this year. But already, again, amateur astronomers are picking up detailed enough pictures that show shadows cast by the huge clouds surrounding Mars's largest volcanoes. And pictures are just getting better and better, thanks to software mostly, and cameras. And then Saturn is also a beautiful sight through a telescope, but it's still kind of low in the sky. So even though this is using some of those advanced techniques, the image is still a little bit blurred because we're looking at it through a lot of atmosphere right now. But still worth seeing. Now, the big show.
We mentioned just before break this lineup.
That's right. And what we see is the moon passing by these planets. The lineup will keep going. You'll be able to see it all the way till February 23rd. But Venus and Mercury low in the sky in the southeast, and the other planets spread out all the way to the southwest, about more than 120 degrees across the sky. Now,
I think that's worth going. I'm going to show it one more time just because I think you want to get up and see this. As you can see, Mercury is they're still pretty high, and here we are at the 5th. That's tonight. The crescent moon was this morning. Now there's none. Now they're starting to fade away. So see it earlier rather than later in order to get up there, and they're very hard to miss, actually. Very easy to see.
We indicate 2 bright stars that are part of that lineup too. Spica between Mars and Jupiter, and then Antares close to Saturn. Now, tomorrow morning is actually, to me, the highlight of the whole thing, because Mercury is usually considered a pretty hard planet to see, but it's actually still getting brighter and brighter. And it's very close to the planet Venus. And tomorrow morning, if you look about 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll see the crescent moon perched right above Mercury, making this nice little triangle. Very photogenic sight, I would think. So even if you have an iPhone, try shooting it. You may get it.